Welcome back to Witness Richness. It's your man, JCP, and as always, I am super excited to be back in front of the camera. This week I want to talk to you about personal development. I know, very cliche topic, but listen, I have been using personal development tools, resources, booklets, affirmation, coaching, all the above over the last 3 years, and I've made tremendous progress in several different areas of my life. Now, the point of this video today is to share some of these insights and share some of the value that I found in personal development. That way you can use some of these insights, tools, resources, implement them into your life and help you along your journey. Let me take you all to the intro. See you back here in a minute. So let's get into it. Personal development. I want to say that when I was 27 years old, again, 3 years ago, and I left my full-time job, I know the whole story, right? I left the job to pursue entrepreneurship, to start a business, to become wealthy, right? That was part of the plan. But I did not understand developing myself in different areas of my life. Like, you know, when I left my job, I didn't know even to look for spiritual development. When I left my job, I didn't know to look to improve my speech. When I left my job, I didn't know that at some point I'm gonna have to sit down and think about lots of prior experiences and prior situations in my life that had occurred and kind of rethink my way through all of those. That way, when those situations arise again in my life, that I don't automatically slip back into that mindset and have that type of perspective on things from a different level of consciousness that I had back then versus what I have now. So it's literally just kind of going back and finding old experiences and looking at them differently, taking away the emotion. That way, when those same experiences occur in your present day, that you don't automatically slip back into an emotional state that you had when that experience happened prior. You get what I'm saying to you? When I decided to personally develop myself, I did not understand that I'd have these situations where I had to kind of think of just trauma, past experiences, just a bunch of different things that have occurred in my life, and actually bring those things to a present and put myself into them emotionally present and detach my prior emotions to those experiences. That way I can kind of be set free and embrace these new experiences, or even the same experiences with a different perspective and different state of mind now. I hope I'm nailing that right, but again, this is all part of personal development. When you start to develop yourself, it is just the rabbit hole goes so deep. But you know what? I have another video on this channel that I put out maybe about a year ago now. I'll put the title up right here. It'll be somewhere right here. But that video was about rewiring the way you think, right? So that's one of the biggest takeaways that I've gotten from personal development, was just understanding that you are a product of your upbringing. You are a product of your environment in some way, shape, or form. You're either the exact same thing, or you're either the exact opposite, or you have some type of subconscious attachment to your environment. It just, that's natural. It's human nature, but it's coming to an understanding of what you need to carry and what serves you going forward as you develop coming from an environment, right? So, you know, there's just certain ways you have to be in certain environments. That's just what it is. Right? I mean, it's just there's no denying that. But the idea is that if you develop yourself, you can realize that you can have this constant change and this constant evolution. And you know what? If you look to make those changes and you look to be uncomfortable, this is all part of personal development. When I first sat down with a life coach, and after about 5 or 10 minutes, I'm like, wow, this is extremely personal. And I really have to go into some deep thought process, and I actually even have to dig up some type of emotions at times And yeah, it's work. It is work to develop yourself. But listen. The big takeaway and the biggest insight that I've gotten so far in my 3 years of intentionally developing myself was, I feel like I have this control now. I feel like I can just control my life. Like when I say this is what it is and this is what it's not, that's it. When I say this is who I am, this is who I'm not, that's it. When I say this is what it's gonna be and this is what it's not gonna be, that's it. And that goes to my diet, my discipline, my gym habits, my family habits, my children habits, just everything. It's just, I now have this control over my time and my energy, and that's what the personal development has done. And there's just a different areas that you're gonna have to look to develop yourself. Okay, again, and for the most part on this channel, I name them, right? Spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, and of course, financially. Look to improve yourself in these areas every single day, to the point where you now realize that you can manifest whatever you want, to the point that you come to this realization that the future holds whatever I think it's going to hold. The future holds whatever I envision it's going to hold. And that's the only way that I see it. So when it comes to personal development, in my aspect, right, in the way that I see things, my perspective, and again, a lot of times when I speak on this channel, a lot of times when I speak to you, I'm just clearly letting you know that what I speak about comes from my perspective. And maybe we share the same perspective, or maybe it broadens your perspective, vice versa, right? But in my perspective, when it comes to personal development, the cheat code is coaching. The cheat code is the fact that, you know, you're living and you're going about things all from your perspective, and you only see things from your selfish, because it's yourself, right? And you are the center of your own world, and you are the awareness of your own consciousness, right? So it's okay, but you only see things from your perspective. Now, the moment you have a coach, or the moment you have somebody who outside looking in a non-judgmental way on the way you're moving in your life, that can fill you in on those blind spots, those voids that we naturally pick up as being humans. There's always some reason for you to realize, to forget and to lack the skill of developing yourself. So on this channel, right, what I want you to do is reach out to somebody. You know, sit down, have a one-on-one with a loved one, and just ask, like, listen, do you think that I'm missing anything in my life? Do you see any areas of my life where you think that I can make some improvements? Like, just be honest with me. Just tell me that. And that will take you so far. And being able to sit back and listen to someone else's perspective on how they see your life, it really might take you outside of yourself for a second, go into somebody else for a second, and just watch your own life. And this is a coaching exercise. So if it's hard for me to explain, like, on this video right now, again, it's the idea of having an outside perspective come in and look at your situation. And there can be times that we have these deep conversations that will allow me to have a gain of perspective on your life or anybody else. And through that, we can come up with so many insights and so many game plans. And it's really about going to the core. It's really about discovering the source, the main reason why you think the way you think. And this is not supposed to be a video on me selling my coaching product or me selling my coaching sales. But when I talk about personal development, and I realized that the cheat code for me was reaching out to a coach, because it just made things a lot easier when it was somebody that I respected, someone who has an impact on my life and I looked up to. Talking to that person and going through a series of questions and then respecting and understanding their point of view has given me major insights, cheat codes. So now it's like, wow, I didn't even see that. So thank you. Wow. Now I'm work on this, and put it all together, right? So I don't have to be that person for you, but I'm saying find somebody that you respect, find somebody that has a positive influence on you, and reach out for their opinion and take it in and use it. Listen, that was a quick video on personal development. And again, I do offer coaching, so it's all hand in hand. This is not a sales video. I only take on 5 clients at a time anyway. But yeah, Tony Robbins, Les Brown, a lot of these guys offer coaching program. Run to them if you like. But at the end of the day, I would love for you to get on this ball of developing yourself with intent. As always, my brother, and as always, my sister, I invite you, let's grow together. I'll see you next week's episode.